Hi, this is Eva. Today I want to talk about what is Power Query, the advantage of Power Query, and how you can use it. Power Query is a data transformation and data preparation engine. It comes with a graphic interface like Word or Excel. For example, in Excel, you have the ability to use a button to add or delete a column. In Power Query, you also have a button to add or delete a column. You are able to import data from multiple different data sources like Excel, JSON, web address, and then you are able to clean, transform, and load the data, which is so-called ETL. Power Query exists in many products like Excel and Power BI. If you want to learn Power BI, Power Query is good to start with. Once you learn how to use Power Query, you'll find Power BI is easy to learn. The advantage of Power Query is abundant. First, it reduces data preparation time. There is a saying in data analytics for data analysts, they spend 80% of their time cleaning the data. For business users, they might spend less time cleaning the data, but they spend a lot of time preparing the data, repeat the same processes again and again to prepare the data for their calculation. What Power Query can do is you only need to build a data pipeline once, and then every time when you need to use it, you just need to click refresh, then you get the new data. Second, if you're using Excel to write formulas, sometimes there is some mistake like autofilling. It doesn't work very well. Sometimes when you want to refer the cell in the same row, but you accidentally refer to the wrong row. In Power Query, this can be avoided because Power Query has a smart mechanism to help you identify such issues. Right now, a lot of companies make API call to build their own tools. And the business users can use the API calls to build their own tool. By using Power Query, you can pull data from the API call easily, and then you can make your own customized tool because not all the tools can solve everything. Besides, you can use Power Query to scrap data online easily. There are many languages tool you can use to scrap data, but I'm afraid Power Query is the easiest one. Though it doesn't provide many functions, but you don't need to scrap in a complex way. Power Query is a good solution. Okay, let's start. Today I want to show you how can I pull data from a website. For example, I'm opening this Wikipedia and listing the country's GDP. And I'm going to show you how I can pull the table data and put it in the Excel. I just copy the address. Now I have my Excel open. So the first thing is I click the data and then click get data. And from other sources, I choose from web. I put the address here. This is from the wiki and I click OK. So this engine will automatically detect the tables on the website. So you find it has 10 tables. Let's see what it look like. Actually more than 10. So this is the first table. Let's see what is this one. This is actually the first table is this. The country, territory, and the GDP estimation from 2020. So this is the second, I guess the second one is another GDP made from another year. You can see this is made by World Bank in 2090. Okay, the third one. Okay, let us choose multiple item. The table 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what it will look like. Here, let's transfer the data. Now I'm already in the Query Editor interface. I have 3 tables showing on the left side. See that the GDP data made by different organizations in different years. So the first one, they name it table 1 because in the website, it's named table 1. You can change the table name. Now I go to 3 tables. Let's go from the first one to check. You can see there's a ranking, this country, and this GDP. So this one, we can change the name here to make it easier to understand. Let's say GDP. Also, you might notice that this, for some places like Macau and Taiwan, it doesn't have a ranking due to certain reasons. So if you really want to rank them as well, what we can do is we can add another column. Click add column here and choose index column, and then you got the index column. About this area, you can do adding column, delete, split, making customized column, and then you can also do some calculation. For example, here, if you want to concat the GDP with country or territory, you can do here. Let's limit concat. Here is just an example. Because we are concat a number with a string, so we need to transfer the number to text first. Let's do con number to text. GDP per capita here. For give it a space or give it this way and use add. This actually is an M language. Now you can see we just created a concat new column, which is a concat or GDP with a country and with a dash in between. Okay, here is just an example. If we want to delete this, we just need to remove both imported here. And three tables are for different years. So we can actually combine the three tables. There's two ways to combine them. One is merge, another is appendant. When using merging queries, you merge the table horizontally. When using append queries, you are merging the table vertically. Here, for this situation, we can use either, but normally we can choose only one as the best practice. After merging the tables together, we want to distinguish which data is which year. So I'm going to add a column indicate what is the year for this. Then, now we are almost ready to do append. Before we do it, we need to make sure that all the tables that you want to append to have the same structure. This one has four columns and having such names. And then let's go to here. Let's go to here. The same, they're all having the same name. This is because I changed the column name represent GDP per capita. Original name has been adjusted. Now, since they're okay to do append, now here we have three tables. We need to decide which table to append to. Here, let's just use the last one to have a look. Okay, we have three or more tables. Okay, for this one, luckily we have all three tables here. So what we can do is just to add both of them. Now we got. Okay, let's check whether we got all of them. Yeah, we got the 2019 and 2020. It seems being appended. Do you think all these three tables all have the combined data? Let's have a look. 2090. Oh, we have 2090 data. Why? This is because we didn't use this table to append to. So this will be the final table we'll need to play with and load to Excel. before we decide to load, we possibly want to check whether there's long values here. Yeah, we can click remove empty if you want, if that makes business sense. And here, remove empty. And here. Okay. Okay, let's try to load the table. Let's try to close and load. Okay, it's been loaded. Good. One error though. Now we check the data. Yeah, it has the first two table one, 2009, 2020 got the data. Now we get everything. Here you might feel like this index doesn't make sense. You can either go back to delete it or you can make your own here, for example, index. The smart thing with Power Query is if you input a column with the same name as another one, you will automatically add a number behind the name. For example, here it's become index 2. And it seems this new added column have the same format as the rest. See? Let's see if I put a formula here. Okay. The formula automatically fulfill to the last within the table. So this is the good thing with Power Query. It's really smart when identifying where it need to be filled to. Okay, by now this is the end of this session. Hope you like it.